Welcome back. We've got quite a few missions to get through here. Loads of side missions before we get back to the Trailblaze mission. We've got companion missions and adventure missions to get through. So, let's get going. Spirit Traces. Asta claims to have received a secret letter written by a cryptologist from Locus Silenti, which not only revealed the whereabouts of the Xenohydro that had been missing for a long time, but also tacitly implicates that someone in the space station has been covering up the escaped curio. Ooh. The cautious lead researcher asks you to investigate. Let's go investigate. It's you. Thanks for helping out the station. That's your usual stuff. There we go. Are you alright? The Legion is gone, and the curios are back. Various departments are returning to their research, and the newly imported goods from the galaxy are beginning to circulate. Everything is going smoothly with Project Revival. So, what exactly does this letter mean? I heard you're looking for me? Twitka, you're back. Just in time. Thanks to your help and everybody's hard work, the space station is pretty much back on its feet. As a conclusion to Project Revival, I wanted to summon you to witness the fruits of our labor. But just 2 days ago, I received a strange letter. Now that you're here, perhaps you can help me figure out what it's all about. Okay, the letter then. Upon the stars, that is where the talent and intellect reside, oblivious to the world as the envy becomes blinding. Who knew gentleness and kindness welcomed only pain and suffering, like the risks of falling into the depths when trying to mount the sky. An inquiry into spirit traces, a glance into the sight of storage. Even with iron shoes worn out unearthly, one has to visit the 3 depths. Better off alone than to be an accomplice. One day, as they turn around, path will be lit by the radiance of the stars. What? I often hear the researchers praise you for your resourcefulness and good judgment. What do you think? Any clue what this message is about? No. It seems like something from the Department of Implement Arts. Yes, only the researcher called Wen in the Department of Implement Arts would speak like that. However, it was a strange story how I got a hold of this letter at the beginning. It was sandwiched in a tome called A Guide to Astral Realm Species on the conference room table. Normally, no one looks at it except me. Obviously, someone wanted to hand me this letter in private, so I didn't dare ask the staff in the Department of Implement Arts. Sensible. Who is this cryptologist from Locus Silenti? As far as I know, there is no one with this title in the space station. It must be an alias. But the identity of the writer is not what I am most concerned about. Spirit sounds particularly familiar. Spirit. Can it be the Xenohydro? Well done, Twitka. You just found the key to the text right away. Now everything makes sense. It seems this is no ordinary letter. It's from an informant. Their intention is to report on the Xenohydro. The Xenohydro has disappeared from the space station since it escaped from Mr. Wen's hands. This letter seems to support the rumor that the Xenohydro was not caught because it has an accomplice. Why? Look at this sentence. An inquiry into spirit traces. A glance into the site of storage. It's obviously leading us to investigate the Xenohydro's range of activities, and to be an accomplice implies the existence of an accomplice. As for the other 6 sentences, in my opinion, some depict the portrait of an accomplice and some describe the real hiding place of the Xenohydro. Unfortunately, I have no idea how to interpret the rest of the message. Now that we are done with other work, this letter falls into our hands at just the right moment. It's high time we put the Xenohydro issue back on the table. Twitka, what do you think? I'm with you all the way. Considering there may be a traitor among us. Yep. If I hand this case to our staff, we might alert the culprit. And Twitka, you are not a staff member, and you've also met the Xenohydro before. You really are the ideal candidate to handle this case. And if there is an accomplice involved, this matter is no longer a simple case of curio retrieval. It must be handled with caution. Therefore, I would like to ask you to go to the storage zone mentioned in the letter and verify the facts. If we can catch either the Xenohydro or the accomplice, we'll be able to interrogate them. Then I can judge whether the accomplice's motive is malicious or not. At this crucial juncture, critical, you might say, it is up to us to finally finish Project Revival. Alright, let's go over the storage room then. Head to storage zone to look for the Xenohydro. You're not going to give me... There you go. I was going to say, give me the L3. Give me the L3. Let's head over there then. Well, what's all this then? What we got going on here? I've always been a rather magnanimous person. In fact, there's a chance for you to regain my favor, as long as you are willing to apologize for your behavior. I didn't do those things. Ahaha. The game is afoot. You want to deny the truth? Lamina, you're getting more and more dishonest. Let me help you remember. The mustard in my lunchbox, the big hole on the back of my uniform, and this boring letter in reply to the female researcher. Aren't they your doing? Probably not his doing, no. There's probably something more going on there. It's true, I'm the only person who handled those things, but... And when I was reporting to Miss Asta, you suddenly shouted, Miss Capote, it's too late. The Wobbaboos are still waiting for you to play with them. It made her think I was colluding with curios and not doing my job. So what is the Xenohydro up to then? But I was just stating a fact. Okay, wasn't that then? We should keep it only between you and me. How many times have I told you that? You're just going against me on purpose. Forget it, I don't think you are going to repent at all. One day, when you are sick of this place, and your future is gloomy, you will come crawling back to seek help from me. Just keep playing that by then I haven't replaced you with a Renona, an Elena, or a Barbara, or someone else. A Barbara? Where did he go? Okay. When can I become braver? Oh, it's Tritica, the hero of the space station. I've heard so much about you. Didn't expect to have an opportunity to see you up close. To me, like, anyone could be the Xenohydro, even me. That could be the twist, that we'd be playing the Xenohydro for, like, most of this story. Suddenly realizing that, hold on, we're the wrong character. Could happen. What are you doing here? I was Miss Capote's secretary. But recently I made a few mistakes when I was running errands for him. So he sent me here to work on the curio sorting assembly line. I'm so sorry, you must think I'm a joke. No? You did all those things? You heard it all. Although I don't remember doing the things Mr. Capote accused me of, there might be a reason for that. I also suspected someone else, but everything showed that I was the only one who touched Mr. Capote's things. Maybe Lamina's law is really true. Lamina's law? In the Department of Ecology, they have a saying, anything that Lamina can screw up, Lamina will screw up. Oh, that's cruel. It's an interesting law. Now, don't rush to judgment yet. Tritica, do you think there's another explanation for this? Surely not. I have a letter for you to read. Sure, but knowing me, I probably won't be much help. Oh, come on! So hard on yourself. Well, if I understand correctly, when it says an inquiry into spirit traces, it seems to be referring to the Xenohydro, kind of curio from our department. And to be an accomplice seems to be some kind of accusation. Tritica, why are you asking me this? Are we investigating the escape of the Xenohydro? It's in the storage room. Oh, really? I've been hanging around the hero lately, but I haven't noticed anything unusual. As for the rest of the letter, please forgive my ignorance, but I really don't understand it. But now we know it's in the storage zone, and this area is only so large. Maybe we can take the initiative, make a list of the possible suspects. I'm quite familiar with this place. There are 1 or 2 places I know that are inaccessible where the Xenohydro may be hiding. I can take you to have a look. Oh, please do. Actions are better than words. If you don't mind, Whittaker, follow me. Where are we going? Down there? Where's down there? Okay, so let's get the map up here. Down there. I mean, that's accessible. I've been there. So, what's your plan here? Don't see no one in here. Well, are you sure you want to ambush it here? You can try making a trap. It's one of our standard procedures in the Department of Ecology. How do you make a trap? Tightly connect the 2 disposable kinetic arms. There's 2? I only see the 1. But okay. Once the prey steps within range of the power arm, all that awaits them is doom. To make a disposable kinetic arm, we need to find many intricate parts, strange matter, of destruction and phase flame. I'm glad you have such a good memory. I do like that one, but no. No, astroecology is a rigorous and beautiful discipline of knowledge. I am simply conveying its charm, truthfully. But you reminded me that it'll be difficult to gather all the materials quickly. Don't I have them? I'm pretty sure I have them. Anyway, we better ambush it ourselves. We may have to wait for a while. Why don't we have a chat to kill time, Whittaker? Why do you work for Capote then? You're not the first person to ask me this question. Except for his fans, many people have a bad impression of Master Capote. They think he's loud and obnoxious. I don't know why people get that impression. But I have been with him for the longest time. I know that Mr. Capote is not a bad person in nature. He's just naturally gifted in many aspects, so he can't understand other people's difficulties sometimes. In short, he is just spoiled by fate. The choice of Steins Gate. How can you be spoiled by fate? With his unusually handsome appearance, his great talent for research, and his lovable outgoing nature. Okay. Everything has always worked out well for him. So it's normal for him to think the world revolves around him. Inflated ego. Very much an issue. Not to mention, he did give me a job that lets me get closer to the real research work in the Department of Ecology. Although the price was to work as his secretary. Oof. How do you see yourself, Lamina? Me? I'm just an ordinary researcher. Even that sounds like an exaggeration. Because I only got into the space station in my sister's place. Of course, Mr. Capote doesn't know about that. Yeah, don't tell him. My home planet is quite poor in resources, and most families can only barely support one person to go on a space journey. My sister was qualified to come to the space station, but she gave me the only chance in the family, and in her life. Oh, why did your sister do that? Nice of her to do it, but why? It's a pity I am such a failure. If my sister were here in the space station, she would be able to make a name for herself. So how do I see myself? I can't or dare not answer this question at all. I want to know more about that, but alright, that's all for now. You and Lamina wait there until very late. Dew has turned to frost and your belly is empty. There's dew, but nothing happened. We can't just wait here forever. No sign of the Xenohydro. Maybe it left a long time ago? We can look for traces left by the Xenohydro in the room and use them to work out when it was last here. That was probably a better idea. We should have started with that. Time to walk around and change my mood. Aww. Feel like she's so hard on herself. It's not right. Not right at all. I'd like to know more about her story, though. Really would. And the Xenohydro surfed the internet. Didn't expect to find such an absurd scene. There is research data about the Xenohydro left on the screen, showing that the Xenohydro was once here learning about itself. At the bottom of the page, there is a line of unsubmitted words. Gurgle. Nonsense, you'll never catch me. It wrote Gurgle? It wrote Gurgle. In the silver cabin, there are several hairs left from the Xenohydro's sparse fur. Apparently, although it is free, the Xenohydro still returns to the storage zone to sleep. Can't help but wonder if it has Stockholm Syndrome. The description of the collectible item nearby has been painted over. This is a sign of anger and frustration exhibited by the escapee. Okay, so over there, hair is completely dry. It looks like it won't be coming back. Let's keep looking elsewhere. Indeed, so we want to go down there then. Down is where we want to go, so I'm probably going the wrong way as a result of coming up here. But we'll use you then. Oh no, maybe not, maybe not. Looks like we're meant to go over here then. Although it still says down, so like, how do I get down there? There. It's fine. It's fine, just getting a bit lost. It's all good. Oh, hello. Like, no! Trying to read the bottom! Let me deal with these monsters first. Oh. You are literally what I want to attack. Okay, come back. Like, forget the weakness. It's fine. It's fine. Simple enemies. Sealer. We'll take them out very, very quickly. Shame none of them have got a fire weakness though. Very much would help Asta out, which then obviously would help out. With Sealer.
Is that all?
Sealer should do quite well this turn, I feel.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
I was gonna say, I'd attack the other guy and then come back to that one. That would have been my port of call there as well. There we go. Darn it. I seem to have fallen for the Xenohydro's trap. The monster's surprise attack caused some serious injuries. Tutka, don't worry, I'll treat your wounds. I have a lot of medicine on me. It was originally given to Mr. Capote by his fans among the medical staff. He didn't want it, so he gave it to me. Oh. Well, while we're here, there's just something I want to have a look at over here. Like, very familiar blade for us from Honkai Impact here. A crimson fragment floats in the air. Drawn by an invisible force, they trace the shape of a broken blade. The rusted surface looks like a barren field scorched by flames as it narrates its past. A gust of heat suddenly arrives through the air. It touches your cheeks, pauses next to your ear. Oh my. Well, it'd be interesting to have a certain character around to do that with, wouldn't it? So, let's see about that certain character. Like, here we go. Enable this team. Because this is a secondary team, which is very, very DPS focused that I'm thinking of building. But I do have Himiko now, if you hadn't gathered. You closely examine the fragments. Gusty heat suddenly arrives through the air. It touches your cheek and pauses next to your ear. You hear someone sobbing, someone yelling, and someone mourning wordlessly. Finally, someone whispers. She was reborn in the fire. She was smiling in the fire. Ooh. Also, there's some Genshin wings. You know, I just thought I'd mention that while we're there. You know, let's change our group back though. Smiling in the fire. Interesting. I found a monster wandering around here, so I hid away. It's my fault that I didn't warn you. That's why you fell for the Xenohydro's trap. Stop blaming yourself. I know. I feel I haven't really been helping so far. You have. And the Xenohydro is still nowhere to be found. Yeah, but we've eliminated locations because of you. And I can't think of anywhere else. So, should we give up? It's time to re-examine the letter. Upon the stars, this is where the talent and intellect reside. Oblivious to the world as the envy becomes blinding. Who knew gentleness and kindness welcomed only pain and suffering. At the risk of falling into the depths when trying to mount the sky. What's the first bit about? An inquiry into spirit traces, a glance into the site of storage. Even with iron shoes worn out unearthly, one has to visit the 3 depths. 3? Better off alone than to be an accomplice. One day, as they turn around, a path will be lit by the radiance of the stars. Back to square one. Anyway, the useful information should be in the paragraph. An inquiry into spirit traces, a glance into the site of storage. Even with iron shoes worn out unearthly, one has to visit the 3 depths. Can you see anything useful? It's gotta be the 3 depths. Since worn out unearthly is a condition, the 3 depths should be the second condition. Literally, it means going through the depths of the 3 rooms. Why didn't you say this earlier? Well, maybe it's the unraveling of the unearthly marvel that suddenly sparked my realization. Worn out unearthly, then? In this sentence structure, the focus should be on the object. Wait a minute. Unearthly does sound familiar. It does. Tutka, do you think unearthly marvel has anything to do with it? Makes sense. What's that? Don't you remember? I heard from Mrs. Hinkle that you once used unearthly marvel to help her repair major road defects. I think it was when you first arrived at the space station. At the time, word of a young busybody was spreading around the space station. That's me. So this iron shoes worn out unearthly refers to the road built by the unearthly marvel? Site of storage is the storage. It's all coming together now. So if this letter is correct, the Xenohydro should be hiding in a place where there's unearthly marvel, but also you have to pass through 3 rooms to get there. If you still insist on continuing, I'll help you to the end. This time we won't fail. 3 rooms. Wait, I was going the right way? Because it's above me, and I was actually going there, wasn't I? Just saw this shiny. I'll have that. I will definitely have that. But now I need to wait for the L3 to come back. Or not. Just go for the map. So yeah, it's up then. Let's go there. Interesting. But it's in here then. You're already here. Tutka, look, after passing through the road that was repaired with unearthly marvel, we entered the deepest part where the 3 rooms are connected. This is the so-called 3 depths. Come on in. It's me! I knew it would be! Finally got you, Tutka. Or should I call you the Xenohydro? Good thing I was on guard. As early as a few days ago, the real Tutka had already warned me that there may be a Xenohydro wreaking havoc in the near future. I didn't expect you to come so soon. I suspected it was going to be me, but I like the idea that the one we're looking at, the one at the back there, is actually me, and we've been playing the Xenohydro for this quest. That would be funnier. You never know. Could happen. Could happen. Let me see. I could just take care of you. Bypass Mr. Capote and hand you over to Miss Asta, so I don't have to be a slave anymore. I'm not the Xenohydro. I've caught you, Xenohydro. If you are not the Xenohydro, then who is standing over there? The Xenohydro. I finally caught you, Xenohydro. You won't get away this time. You're the Xenohydro. I don't think so. You see, we both have 2 eyes and a mouth. We sound the same and act the same way. Since there is no 4th person present, whoever Lamina thinks is the Xenohydro is the Xenohydro. That's not how that works. No. Why impersonate me? I should be asking you that. I'm Twittiger, the official crew member of the Astral Express, the walking Stellaron vessel, the invincible conqueror of the Antimatter Legion, the infamous rising star of the galaxy. Who do you think you are impersonating, Xenohydro? calm down. Aren't you using my face to take advantage of my reputation so you can conduct scams in the space station? People in the space station will believe me. Believe? What a joke. Not even Lamina believes you right now, let alone the others. I warned her earlier that someone might pretend to be me to get close to her. Do you have any proof that you are not the Xenohydro? I have a baseball bat. Baseball bat? What's that? Oh, there we go. Can you use it to prove your identity? Or is it the only one of its kind in the universe? It's an artifact? I get it, you're the Stellaron vessel, fine. But you even have this bad boy? It's like those guys with the scripts in the space station before. It's pretty cool, they'd say. I don't want to say that, it just feels a bit harsh. She and I are partners. Yeah, let's see what the third-party witness says. Lamina, it's your call. Lamina, aren't you saying anything? Did you suddenly find your conscience? You want to back out now? Gurgle. There's a gurgle. You just got yourself exposed. So what? Tritka, I don't think you really understand the situation. What situation? For crying out loud, are you too serious? Do I have to spell it out for you? I had long guessed that someone would come to investigate my whereabouts, so Lamina and I decided to lure the investigator here, kill them, and then hand them in as the Xenohydro. Then we'll finally be free. You're the accomplice! But I didn't expect you to come. Lamina was soft. She wanted to give you a chance, and so we changed the plan from elimination to persuasion. Now, if you want to leave this place, you only have two choices. Either obey and go to the storage zone in place of me, or die, and then go to the storage zone instead of me. Why did Lamina help you? Jeez, is that really what you're worried about? Yeah. At a time like this? Yeah. You know what? No. As your opponent, I feel insulted. I'm going to teach you a lesson. Oh, here we go.
Ah, great.
Ice out of space. Alright then. Bosh, mate. Well, hold on to her ultimate. Till we get a bit of a buff going here with a bounce. Because you are weak to fire after all, it would be nice.
Let me tell your wolf. No manners, huh?
Moonstar.
Don't mess with me. I'll free you from your chain. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
So close.
This ends here.
Thought that was gonna get him. I thought that was gonna get him.
What a headache.
What a headache indeed. So,
A sharp scythe needs targets.
there's two Laminas now. Okay. Seems you and I are destined to go down together. Sorry, Twitka. I'm the accomplice in collusion with the Xenohydro. I'm willing to accept my punishment. What on earth is going on? You know me. You know what kind of person Lamina is. No talent, no achievements. I can barely prove my value by doing the most trivial jobs. But working on the assembly line all my life, it's fine for me. But how can I face my family? They have sacrificed everything for me so that I can come here. Do I repay them by being a cleaner? I can't, and I'm not shameless enough to do that. Capote was my first springboard to success. The only springboard. Although I had to rely on him, it's still a decent job in the Department of Ecology. I once thought that if I just served him well, I would at least get a chance to succeed. Hard work always pays off, right? If applied correctly. Until the Xenohydro impersonated me to prank Capote and make a mockery of him. It's like a mirror. It showed me my pitiful appearance, so humble, so weak, so powerless. It also taught me a valuable lesson. Even Lamina can liberate herself from the constraints of others and live like a person. For the first time, I found that I was willing to trade my mediocre future for a free and unrestrained life. So I let it all happen, until the rumor that someone in the staff harbored the Xenohydro became widespread. They called for severe punishment for those who did not report relevant information. That's when I realized that my personal wishes were not important. I can just be a low-level researcher, but I can't let the space station drive me out. Can't ruin my family's last bit of expectation for me. When I heard that someone began investigating the Xenohydro and its accomplice, I made up my mind to eradicate my opponent and protect myself. Finally, I decided to be brave for once, but I didn't expect to be hampered by the bond between us. If only it was someone else who came here. Your bravery is wasted in the wrong pursuit. Is it? Maybe. When a person is pushed to a dead end, he might appear cold and heartless, but it's just survival instinct. You said a lot of things that are unlike the Lamina I know. In fact, everything is written in the letter. I'd already figured out that the accomplice in that letter was referring to me. It's just that I didn't really have the courage to face it. Better off alone. Go with the better off alone, I feel, out of these 4 options. Better off alone than to be an accomplice. One day, as they turn around, a path will be lit by the radiance of the stars. Completely ignored these words earlier. Is this letter meant to persuade me? So from the beginning, the informant tried to persuade me to give up my conspiracy with the Xenohydro and live my own life independently. In other words, independence does not only mean leaving the Xenohydro, but also Capote and my weaknesses. Now I understand. Although this realization has come a little too late. It's never too late. You still have a chance, but the Xenohydro must be returned. You mean you won't tell who the accomplice was? Thank you, Twittiger. I will cherish the opportunity you gave me, and I will also prove to you that I have really changed because of this experience. I hope so. So, let's head back to Asta then, and report that everything is fine.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
She will stand guard. You're back. Did you conclude the matter? I got the Xenohydro back. Well, don't worry, the Xenohydro is of secondary importance. Is the Lamina standing with Capote over there? Oh yeah. I see him over there. You fraud, you trampled on our sincerity. Oh, Master Capote used to be so perfect, and now he is just another deceitful celebrity. Master Capote, can't believe you ate mayonnaise. It's disgusting. Give me back the gifts I gave you. Lamina, why did you invite all these people? I didn't invite them here. I just told them... Alright then. I just told them the fact that I was the one who replied to all your fans. Everybody calm down. Let me explain later. Lamina, you don't want the benefits I give you at all anymore, do you? That's right. I don't want any of it. From now on, I won't help you cook, wash your clothes and shoes, write your letters, or be your puppet. Get it? If you want to fire me, remember to ask my secretary, Mr. Non-Existence, for a number. Twittiger, what do you think of this? You seem to know the backstory. I thought I was careful, but you still noticed. Oops. Like the risk of falling into the depths when trying to mount the sky. I didn't use any rhymes or enough alliteration for this line. Still not good enough. Well, actually, the cryptologist is none other than yours truly. Well, yeah. This letter took me more than 10 days to write. I even had to ask Mr. Wen for advice. It wasn't easy. After I wrote it, I couldn't find the right person to get it delivered. Fortunately, the Xenohydro is just a prankster, and there's no rush to retrieve it. Then you appeared, Twittiger, and you turned out to be the best candidate. So I came up with the idea to let you and Lamina share some experiences together. See where it takes you. But now you should also understand that Lamina is actually a kind-hearted girl, and she deserves another chance. Yeah. You are very kind. I really like Asta. Really good character. Well, now that my objective has been achieved, I announce the Xenohydro case is officially over. Here is your reward. Thanks for all your help. Please come back to the space station more in the future. Don't forget, there are a lot of people who've received your help here, and many traces of your hard work throughout the place. She's so clever and has so many different ways of like how she's helping out people without making it seem like she is. She's good. She's good. Right. What's going on here then? Sorry, buddy. Don't listen to that woman. Let's not gather here. We don't want to disturb the researchers and attract any unnecessary attention from security. Everyone in the space station knows that Lamina is your most trusted secretary. Okay, I tried to put the camera over here so we don't get interrupted by the yawns, but what she said must be true. Lamina is the leader of your fan club to some extent. You can still see it doing it over there and hearing it slightly. If even she has left you, then maybe you're really not worth it. Forget it. There's no point staying here any longer. Can we get our hearts back? Can we get back our own laughter and tears? Can't we get back our hopes and dreams? I think we should go back and let our hearts heal. Miss Researcher is right. Please go back for now. Learn from this lesson. Who are you anyway? Mind your own business. Oh, he can't even remember our names. I'm afraid it's hard for him to remember this lesson. Oh, can't Mr. Capote even remember what gift he got from me? Oh no, I have to get back. If those old guys in implement arts catch me, it'll get ugly. My ladies, listen to me. Please, just go now. Well, I'll send you a letter of condolence later to mend your hearts. Don't worry, it will be written by myself personally. Who wants that? Take forever to just deal with your previous ghostwriter letters. Oh fine, just give me one. It'll complete the collection. Hey everybody, nothing to see here, let's bounce. I don't know why Lamina threw that tantrum all of a sudden. There must be an accomplice or someone behind the scenes. Yeah, she's over there. Alas, I don't have time to think about it. I still have a lot of consolation letters to write. Indeed you do. Oh, I can't speak to Lamina at this point. Aww. Why did you just speak to Lamina? Would have been nice. That was a nice quest. And again, just shows you now how nice and how good Asta is at her job. Really like that. Really like that. So, we're going to end this part here then. And in the next part, we'll move on to another quest. We'll save that for if we get a smaller quest, because we know how quick that could be, because it doesn't take too long, does it? So, we'll save that and add it onto the end of something else at some point. But anyway, yeah. We'll do Ring and Stage 1 in the next part. Ta-da for now.